everyone, and welcome to this Videos on Frontier video. My name is Jay Wakefield. Now, today is Tuesday, August the 16th, and it is exactly 2 days before Scotland will vote in an historic referendum. We take to the polls from 7 AM on Thursday to decide whether we want to become an independent country, break away from the union that's lasted for over 300 years and go it alone, as it were, or whether we want to remain part of the United Kingdom. Now, a lot of you will know, certainly from watching my more recent videos, some more of you will know from watching Billy Corr's recent videos, and anyone who follows me on Twitter or has me on Facebook will know that about my political views and how I intend to vote in the referendum. But for this video, I'm going to see if I can make it as non-partisan as possible. Because this is a very important referendum, whichever way you intend to vote, there's, I feel, duty bound to basically kind of talk you through it. Now, there are a lot of guides that have been published by both the UK and the Scottish government, as well as the Yes Scotland and Better Together campaigns, and just about every other person and their dog on how things should go on the day of the vote. But I'm going to kind of throw my 2 pennies worth in anyway. So, Thursday, if you've not already voted via post, if you have, you can go ahead and ignore this video if you wish. There's going to be no computer nonsense in this video, which is a bit of a shame, but really sorry about that. If you're voting at a polling station on Thursday, my advice to you is, first of all, dress neutrally. I have a t-shirt with the slogan of Yes Scotland on it, and I don't plan to be wearing that on the day because I feel that not only could it intimidate some people, I mean, I've got Facebook and Twitter to do that, but also people at the polling station may take objection, and I don't know if this would be true or not, but I can guarantee, I can imagine that, you know, if you're going in there wearing partisan clothing, you probably might have trouble being allowed in. They probably might think you're a way to be a thug, as thuggery has happened on both sides of the campaign, which is a bit of a shame. You know, people actually causing physical violence to one another based on, you know, how they're away to vote. So yeah, go in there and you know, try and wear neutral clothing. You know, no reds or blues or anything. If you can, obviously, if you don't have anything that's not red or blue, then, you know, just try and make it so it's not got a logo on it. I personally plan to wear one of my computer t-shirts. Most of the computer company, I don't have a Rockstar t-shirt. I don't have a I don't have a ZX Spectrum or Sinclair or anything t-shirt. So you know, all the t-shirts I've got are from companies who are based in America. So that, I think, should be fine. So once you're in the polling station, and this is the most important bit, your polling card. your polling card will look something like this. Now, I would like to make it aware now that this is not an official polling card. In fact, it says so. This is not an official polling card. This is a Video Sans Frontières prop. So this is not the official polling card. But it's I've made it kind of look like one, just so I can show you, the drill. The question that you will be asked is, should Scotland be an independent country? And you'll have two options: yes or no. Now I know some people really wanted Devo Max, but unfortunately that is not in the referendum. And my advice to you, and this is going to sound very partisan, but is just forget about Devo Max. It's gone. Okay, it's not there. No amount of hollering and hooting will bring it back. So you've just got your question: should Scotland be an independent country? And your possible choices: yes or no. Now, there's been a lot of talk about spoiled ballots with, and some people on the postal vote. They've actually, someone apparently wrote on his postal card, "I'm doing this in the name of William Wallace, in the name of freedom, in the name of all these Scottish people. Brilliant, yay, Scotland." I feel your passion. I really do. However, the polling card is not the place to kind of put these heartfelt lamentations of anything. Seriously. If you spoil your voting card, it will, no exceptions, it will be removed from the vote. You write anything other than a cross in either of the boxes, your vote will not count. So, and this is going to look partisan whichever way I do it, but should Scotland be an independent country, all you do, and you can't see this because it's off camera, is you just mark your box. You take the pencil that they've provided for you, you mark your box with a cross in either yes or no, depending on which way you're going to vote. So your polling card should look like this, or if you're voting no, the X should be in the other box. And once you've done it, you take it, you fold it up, and then the very kind volunteers at the polling station will tell you the box to drop it in. So basically it'll be just like a wee box with a slit on the top, and then you just kind of drop it in there. Obviously, now that I'm done with that, I will be, of course, shredding this polling card, because it's not a real polling card. Don't do that with your real one, please. Don't do that. But this, but when you go to the polling station, what will happen is, well, first of all, you need to check. You'll have got your polling card. If you haven't, I'd give the Electoral Commission a phone, like, I don't know, now, because it's only a couple days away. But assuming you've got your polling card, it'll tell you where your polling station is. Go there in good time on Thursday, if you can. Once you get there, there'll be a table with people who are manning the polling station, or womaning it. There'll be people at the polling station. Okay, that's the best way I can put that. And you basically, what you've got to do, you tell them your name and address, and they will check it off on a list of people who are registered to vote at that station. They will give you the polling card, which is basically one like I've shown you, except it won't have, "This is not an official polling card, this is a Video Sans Frontières prop." It won't have that on the top, because you will be given an official polling card. I did not have one because I'm pretty sure that you're not allowed to film yourself actually marking an official polling card. And that's another thing. So you'll get your polling card, you'll be directed to one of the voting booths, because it's a secret ballot, and you know, you put your X in a box like I've just shown you, and then you fold it up, and then you put it in the box that the volunteers will tell you about. Now, like I said, you can't go filming your vote. Again, it would be brilliant to do so. Seriously. I'd love nothing more. But it is a secret ballot. When I say it's a secret ballot, you can tell people how you intend to vote if you want. You can even tell people how you've voted after you've voted, but you can't do it in the polling station. You've just got to try and be as neutral as possible, and that includes me. It's going to be a difficult one, but you've got to do it, because if not, you run the risk of your vote not being counted, and at a time like this, every voice needs to be heard. And this is why I felt the need to make this video. So as soon, you know, once you've dropped your vote in the box, you can leave the polling station. Now, if you do spoil your vote, you know, inadvertently, you know, you mark it in a place that it ought not to be marked, you can ask for another polling card. And don't be afraid to do that, because like I said, you do not want to run the risk of your vote not counting. So seriously, you know, just make sure that all your polling card has is the wee cross in either yes or no, and nothing more. It's you know, it's imperative that we do everything that we can to make sure the vote goes smoothly. I mean, I have my concerns that there could be some vote fixing going on. You know, especially the way some of the campaigns have been handled. And in my view, we really don't want to give the Electoral Commission any excuses to kind of try and corrupt the vote. So we need to try and be as neutral as possible. And I know it's rich coming from me, you know, I am aware of that. But I just kind of want, you know, people, well, I know what I want, but what I would like is Scotland to be democracy, what? For democracy to properly work, especially at a very, very important time like this. So if you just go in, mark your polling card, yes or no, drop it in a box, and then leave. Just leave. Don't stay and try and worry any of the other voters. Just leave. And then that'll be it. Now, what will happen is the votes will then be counted overnight. They'll be taken to a counting place. You know, if and they say that the results, the official results, should be between 6 and 7 on the morning of Friday the 19th of September. So, you know, hopefully we should know one way or the other whether, you know, Scotland chooses to be independent or whether it chooses to remain part of the UK. And you know, that's all very well and good, but you know, if you're interested, keep an eye on the news. I don't know how I'm going to keep an eye, because the natural tendency would be to go to the BBC, but I personally have my concerns about using the BBC, so I don't know where I'm going to go. You know, for news on the vote, probably might be the BBC in the end, because that's probably what people will be posting up. But results could, I mean, a running total will probably be available through the night, you know, through the wee hours of the morning. They're saying it could be as soon as 1 o'clock British summer time on the 19th of September, but I don't know. Please don't quote me on that, and please don't come back to me if it's 1 minute past 1 and there's there's not even the start of any results. Similarly, I can't fully guarantee that all the results will be in by 7 a.m. on the 19th, 7 a.m. British summertime. I hope they are, because, you know, it's a very angsty thing. I'm going to be in pieces, I know, on the night of the 18th / wee hours of the morning on the 19th. So please do forgive me for that. But with all said and done, all I have to say is just please try and this goes for me as well. You know, I'm no exception. I'm not trying to, you know, play the high and mighty person. You know, obviously I'm probably the world's worst when it comes to this referendum. In fact, I know I am. But you know, for the day of the 18th, you know, for the time that you're away to the polling station to cast your vote, we've got to do it by the book, because we don't want to give anyone any kind of excuses to try and corrupt the result. And I mean that because I seriously think there's going to be some of that going on. Certainly if certain Facebook statuses have been, you know, correct. I've heard of, you know, people who are, hey, I'm going to count the vote, and if it's spoiled, I'm going to put it this way. You know, and it is a big thing, you know, and and vote counters are only human in the end, you know, so who's to say that, you know, they might not be persuaded to kind of rig it one way or the other, you know. I mean, the Electoral Commission reckons that, you know, there should be safeguards in place to avoid that, but quite frankly, I don't believe a word of it. So we've just got to do what we can to make sure our ballots are completely legitimate. And with that, this is the end of this video. It's taken me 17 minutes to basically tell you to kind of, you know, vote properly. Whoops. And I know that my attempt at being partisan was pathetic, so please forgive me on that as well. Whoops-a-daisy. Anyway, that concludes this video, Sans Frontières video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm guessing not, but I hope you've been able to at least tolerate it. If you like what I do, in general, if you like what I do, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and follow the channel on Facebook. The URLs will be given out very, very soon, very shortly. If they're not given out now, then they should be expected at least by 7 a.m. on the morning of Friday the 19th of September, 7 anti-meridian British summertime. Nah, I'm kidding on this. They'll be pretty much as soon as I roll the credit sequence. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you'll all join me for my next one.